Welcome back to Dr. Fogg's TV.
Good day, everyone. I remain your humble Dr. Fogg. So today's class is about mathematics, where we take GP, which is geometric progression. In our previous class, we have talked about AP, which is arithmetic progression. So today we're looking at GP, geometric progression. Before we solve our questions, let's take a look at the formulas of GP, one after the other. Now, the nth term of GP is given as Tn equals to AR raised by n minus 1. This is the formula for the nth term of GP. Tn equals to AR raised by n minus 1, where A is the first term, R is common ratio, N is number of terms, and Tn is the last term. So this is my formula for the nth term of GP. Now let's do something. Don't forget that number of terms is your n. So if you are told that you are asked to find the seventh term will be AR raised to power 6. Fifth term will be AR raised to power 4. So 6 is fifth term, n will be 5. If it's seventh term, n will be 7. So we're just subtracting 1 from it. Now let's solve our questions. Number 1 says find the seventh term of a GP, and this is my GP. I have 4, 12, and 36. I'm looking for the seventh term. T7 unknown. Now my n is 7. My A is 4, first term, and my common ratio, that is R, is second term divided by first term. When we talk about AP, that's what was common difference, which we subtract. But common ratio, we divide. So here becomes 12 divided by 4. So my common ratio here is 3. And my formula is Tn equals to AR raised by n minus 1. So from this place, my T7 becomes, my A is 4, common ratio R, that is 3, the raised by 7 minus 1. So my T7 is 4 times 3 raised by 6. My seventh term, now I will up my 3 raised by 6, that will be 729. So my seventh term, then multiply by 4, 2916. Please, in no occasion will you say 4 times 3 raised by 7 minus 1, or here you now have 12 raised by 6. It's wrong, because this power of 6 is only for the 3. So I'll calculate my 3 raised by 6 first, then I'll multiply by 4. Now question 2. The first term of a GP is 6. First term is 8, that is 6, and its common ratio is 3. My R is 3. Find the sixth term. I'm looking for T6. Now in this case, my Tn is AR n minus 1. So my T6 is 6 times 3. My n is 6. That is 6 minus 1. My T6 is 6 times 3 raised to power 5. My T6 becomes 6 times 3 raised to power 5 is 243. My T6, and I multiply by 6, that is 1458. Then we move to question 3. For question 3, it says if y plus 2, y plus 6, and y plus 14 are consecutive terms of a GP. Find the value of y, hence the GP. So in this case, I will find the value of y and I will also find the GP. So I have y plus 2, y plus 6, and y plus 14. They are terms of a what? A geometric progression. Now, in this case, I will use common ratio method. Whenever something is missing in your terms, here I have 4, 12, 36, but here there is a number I need to add to 2, which is y, to give me here, add to 6 here, and add to 14 here. So that number is missing. So since that value is missing, then here I will use common ratio method. Now this is the first term, this is second, this is third. Here becomes T2 divided by T1 equals to T3 divided by T2. That is common ratio method. Why? Because something is missing in my terms. Now from here, I have y plus 6 over y plus 2 is equal to y plus 14 divided by y plus 6. So from here, I will cross multiply. I cross multiply. Here becomes y plus 6 multiplied by y plus 6 is equal to y plus 2 multiplied by y plus 14. Then I expand. Here is y times y, that is y squared. Y times 6, 6y, 6 times y, 6y, and 6 times 6 is 36. Equals to y times y, y squared, y times 14, 14y, 2 times y, 2y, 2 times 14, 28. So here becomes y squared plus 12y plus 36 equals to y squared plus 16y plus 28. So here becomes y squared minus y squared. I'm bringing this here. Then plus 12y, bring this in, minus 16y equals to 28 minus 36. Y squared minus y squared is 0. Now 12y minus 16y, that is minus 4y. Then 28 minus 36, that is minus 8. Now from here, minus cancel minus, divide by 4, divide by 4. 4 cancel 4, 4 here 1, 4 here is 2. So my y equals to 2. Now since my y is equals to 2, hence the GP here is 2 plus 2, 4. 2 plus 6, 8. 2 plus 14, 16. This GB. Now, I says, okay, the 42nd term, leaving your answer in index form. I'm looking for T42nd. Now, my A is 4. My common ratio R is T2 divided by T1. That is 8 divided by 4. R becomes 2. Let me define my board. So my T for the second is AR raised to power 42 minus 1. T for the second is 4 times 2 raised to power 41. So T for the second. Now, since there is 2 raised to power 41, I can break it to 2 raised to power 2 also because it's 4. Here is 2 raised to power 2 times 2 raised to power 41. According to indices, if you have the same base and you have multiplication between them, you pick one and add the power. So T for the second becomes 2 raised to power 2 plus 41. That is 2 raised to power 43. That is the final answer. So that is question 3. Then we'll move to question 4. Question 4. The first term and third term of a GP are 1 and 9. First, A is 1. T-third is 9. Respectively, find the second term, T-second. My Tn is A N minus 1. Now, I don't have R, so I will use T-third to get my R. Because T-third will be AR raised by N minus 1. That is T minus 1. T-third is 9. A is 1 times R squared. So 9 is R squared. My R becomes square root of 9. R becomes 3. So T second equals to AR. Because the AR raised by 2 minus 1. So my T second, because my A is 1 times 3. That is 3. Then question 5. The first, second and last term of a GP. First, A is 3. Second, T second is 6. Last term, Tn is 1536. Calculate the number of terms. I'm waiting for N of the GP. Number of terms. My Tn is AR raised by N minus 1. Now, my Tn has been given. Let's calculate our R first. My R is T second divided by T1. That is 6 divided by 3. A is also the first term. So 3 here 1, 3 here 2. My R is equal to 2. So from this formula, here is 1536. My A is 3 times R 2 raised by N minus 1. Now, I'm looking for N. So anything I have there that is disturbing N, I need to remove it away. So my first step is divide both sides by 3. To take away this 3, divide by 3, divide by 3. Here will give me 5, 1, 2, and 3 cancel 3 here, 2 raised by N minus 1. Now from here, since here is 2, that means I will raise 512 to a base of 2. Now 512 is 2 raised by 9 equals to 2 raised by N minus 1, which means that when you multiply 2 9 times, you get 512. 2 times 2, 4, times 2, 8, times 2, 16, times 2, 32. That is 5, remaining 4, times 2, 64, times 2, 128, times 2, 256, times 2, 512. So 2 will cancel 2 here, 9 becomes N minus 1. 9 plus 1 equals to N. My N becomes 10. So that's the first 5 questions. So the next question we will see is questions on unknown A and R in GP. So this is unknown A and R leading to equation. We are still under GP. Unknown A and R leading to equation. Now they said the second and fourth term of a GP are 10 and 40 respectively. Second term, T second is 10, equation 1. T fourth is 40, equation 2. Find the common ratio and the first term. Don't forget, my Tn is AR N minus 1. Now, T second will be AR equals to 10. Because to be 2 minus 1. T fourth will be AR3 equals to 40, equation 2. 40. So from here, under GP, we divide. Let's assume it was AP, then what? we subtract, then using elimination method or simultaneous equation. But in this case, you are dividing. So I will do equation 2 divide equation 1. So here becomes a divided by a is 1. That one has gone. I have r raised power 3 divided by r equals to 40 divided by 10. Now, r raised power 3 divided by r is r raised power 2. If I expand, it means that 1r we cancel the r, will remain what? 2. Or we solve it with indices by saying you pick one, say they are the same base, you pick one and subtract part because of what? Division. Then here 0 cancel 0, r 4. So my r becomes square root of 4, r becomes 2. So I can say substitute r equals to 2 into equation 1. What is equation 1? ar equals to 10. So r is 2. Here is 2a equals to 10. Divided by 2 divided by 2. 2 cancel 2. 2 here 1, 2 here is 5. My a is 5. Therefore, a is 5 and my r is 2. Question 2. The fifth term of a GP is 8 times the second term, which means my t-fifth is 8 times the second. The fifth term of a GP is 8 times the second term. Then find its common ratio. Don't forget, my nth term Tn is AR n minus 1. Now for t-fifth, my n is 5. That will be AR4. Because it's 5 minus 1 equals to 8 multiplied. My t-second will be AR. Because that is 2 minus 1. So this is AR raised to power 4 equals to 8AR. Now from here, A will cancel A. Then I have R raised to power 4 equals to 8R. Now in this case, let me expand. Here is R multiplied by R times R equals to 8 times R. 1 R here, we cancel this R. It becomes R raised to power 3 equals to 8. Then to get my R becomes cube root of 8. My R becomes 2. Then we'll move to question 3. Now for question 3, the fourth term of a GP is 384. That is my T4 is 384. I'll call this equation 1. And the third term is 96. T3 96 equation 2. Then we are asked, find the first term and the common ratio. That is A and R. My formula is Tn equals to AR n minus 1. Now for T4 will be AR3 because n equals what? 4 equals to 384 equation 1. T3 will be AR2 equals to 96 equation 2. Then for GP we divide. So here becomes equation 2 divide equation 1. So known as A divided by A is 1. So here becomes R raised to power 2 divided by R raised to power 3 equals to 96 divided by 384. Now in this case, here becomes R raised to power 2 minus 3 equals to, we're going to divide this. I use 2. 2 here will give me 96 divided by 2. Here is 48. And here is 384. 192. I will still divide. Here will give me 24. Here it gives me 96. Here gives me 12. Here becomes 48. Okay, 12 here 1, 12 here will give me 4. So here becomes 1 divided by 4. So which means that r raised power minus 1 equals to 1 over 4. Now don't forget, I'm looking for r. So here becomes 1 over r equals to 1 over 4. So my r is equal to 4 when it becomes multiplied. So from here, I will now say substitute r equals to 4. I can raise any of the equation into equation 2. So equation 2 is ar squared equals to 96. So I'm looking for my a. So here is what? A times 4 squared equals to 96. That is 16a equals to 96. Divided by 16, divided by 16. So here is 96 divided by 16. My a becomes 6. Therefore, a is equal to 6 and r is equal to 4. So that is question 1, 2, 3, 4. We move to question 4. That's question number 4. Last question for this part. Because after this, you are going to sum. So the last question here, the third term of a GP is 24. T third is 24, equation 1. And its seventh term, T seventh, is 4 whole number 20 over 27, equation 2. My formula is Tn equals to AR n minus 1. For T third, that is AR squared equal to 24, equation 1. For T seventh, that will be AR6 because it is n minus 1. So I will convert to improper fraction. But this is a mixed fraction. So here is 27 times 4, that is 108 plus 20, that is 128 divided by 27, equation 2. So I will say equation 2 divide equation 1. So a divided by a is what? 1. So here is r raised power 6 divided by r raised power 2 equals to 128 over 27 divided by 24. So here, I have 6 r here and I have 2 r's. It means that 2 r's will be removed from 6 r because what? R raised power 4. Means 6 minus 2 equals to 128 over 27 years over 1 times 1 over 24. So my r raised power 4, I will got 4 here 6, 4 here will give us 32. So 2 can still go. I have 2 here 3, 2 here 16. So here becomes 16 over 81 because 27 times 3 is 81. So to get my r, it becomes 4th root of 16 over 81, which means that which number will I multiply by itself 4 times, that will give me 16, that is 2. Which number will I multiply by itself 4 times, that will give me 81, that is 3. So when you multiply 2 4 times, you get 16, and multiply 3 4 times, you get 81. So I'll say substitute r equals to 2 over 3 into equation 1. So here is 2 times, okay, let me write my equation first. That is AR squared equals to 24. So here is A times 2 over 3 all squared equals to 24. So here becomes what? 4A over 9 equals 24. So here becomes 4A equals to 24 times 9 divided by 4 divided by 4. 4 will cancel 4. 4 here 1, 4 here 6. So my A is 6 times 9. That is what? 54. Therefore, A is equal to 54 and R is 2 over 3. So that is all for now on unknown A and R leading to equation. So the last part is now sum of GP. So now we move to sum of the n terms of the GP. That is sum of GP. Now for sum of GP, we have three formulas for sum. We have sum when r is less than 1. We have sum when r is greater than 1. And also have sum to infinity. So sum when r is less than 1, the sum becomes a open bracket 1 minus r raised to power n over 1 minus r. Now when r is greater than 1, it becomes sum equals to a r raised to power n minus 1 over r minus 1. Then we also have sum to infinity, which is a over 1 minus r. So these are the formulas for sum. Sum of GP when r is less than 1, when r is greater than 1, and sum to infinity. So I start. Number 1. Find the sum of the first 4 terms. I'm looking for sum of the 4 terms of a GP whose first term a is 5 and common ratio is r. Now r, is it less than 1 or greater than 1? R here is 1 over 2, which means that r is less than 1. So since r is less than 1, my formula for sum is a 1 minus r raised to power n over 1 minus r. So sum of the first terms, my a is 5, 1 minus my r is half, then raised to power 4, because my n is 4 divided by 1 minus half. So sum of the first term becomes 5 open bracket 1 minus 1 raised to power 4 is 1, 2 raised to power 4 is 16, then over 1 minus half is half. Then sum of the first terms becomes 5. 1 minus 1 over 16 gives us 15 over 16. Then divided by half. When you subtract a fraction from 1, it's just denominator minus what? Numerator. Then divided by the what? Denominator. So I just did 16 minus 1, 15. So we have been asked 1 minus 3 over 5, that gives us 2 over 5. So from here, sum of the first term becomes 5 times 15, that is 75, divided by 16, then divided by 1 over 2. So sum of the first term becomes 75 over 16 times 2 over 1. So 2 here 1, 2 here 8. So sum of the fourth term becomes 75 over 8. And that will give us 9 whole number 3 over 8. So that's question 1. So we move to question 2. Question 2. I have 10 over 3 5 over 3 then 5 over 6 is a GP. Find the 8th term and sum of the first 10 terms. Now for Tn is ARn minus 1, which means that my T8 is AR raised to 7, because my n is 8, that gives us 8 minus 1. Now in this question, my A is 10 over 3 and my R is second term divided by first term. So which means that my R here, the second term is 5 over 3 divided by 10 over 3. So my R becomes 5 over 3 times 3 over 10. 3 times 2, 3. 5 here 1, 5 here 2. So my R is 1 over 2. So my T8 is A, that is 10 divided by 3 times 1 over 2 raised to power 7. So my T8 becomes 10 over 3 times 1 over 2 raised to power 7, that is 128. So my T8 here becomes 2 here 5 2 here 64. That will be 5 divided by 64 times 3, 192. Now they said sum of the first 10 terms. I'm looking for x10. Now my r is 1 over 2, which means my r is less than 1. So I use sum equals to a 1 minus r raised power n divided by 1 minus r. So my sum of the 10 terms becomes my a is 10 over 3. I have 1 minus 1 over 2 raised to power my n. Sum of the first 10 terms, my n is 10 over 1 minus 1 over 2. So sum of the 10 terms is 10 over 3. I have 1 minus 1 raised to power 10 is 1. 2 raised to power 10 is 1024. Then divided by 1 minus half is half. So sum of the first 10 terms because 10 over 3 multiply 1 minus 1 over 1024 will give me 1023 divided by 1024, then divided by half. So x10 is 10 over 3 times 1023 divided by 1024, then times 2 over 1. So I'll say 2 here 1, 2 will give me 5, 1, 2. 2 here 5, 2 will give me 256. Now 3 will go. 3 here 1, 3 in 10 is 3, remainder 1. That is 12. Divided by 3, 4. Then 3 divided by 3 is 1. So sum of the 10 terms becomes 5 times 341 divided by 256. So sum of the 10 terms becomes 5 times 341. That is 1705 divided by 256. That is question 2. So we move to question 3. They said the sum of the second and third term of a GP is 6 times the fourth term. The sum of the second and third, sum means you are adding. That is t second plus t third of a GP is equal to 6 times the fourth term, t fourth. Then find the two possible values of the common ratio. Now, my t second is AR. My t third is AR squared equal to 6 times AR3. So I'm bringing all this here. Here becomes 6AR raised to power 3 minus AR squared minus AR equals to 0. Now what is common here is AR. Now since AR is common here, I have what? 6R squared minus R minus 1 equals to 0. Which means that AR equals to 0 or 6R squared minus R minus 1 equals to 0. So this has become quadratic equation. Now the first thing I do is to multiply A by C. My A is 6 and my C is minus 1. Here gives us minus 6. So it becomes 6R squared minus R minus 1 equals to 0. So I look for two numbers such that when I multiply them together, it gives me minus 6. When I add or subtract, it must give me minus 1. That should be 3 and 2. And how do you place the minus? Minus 3 plus 2. Here becomes 6R squared minus 3R plus 2R minus 1 equals to 0. So I put this in brackets. What is common here is 3R. Then I have 2R minus 1. Then plus 1 is common here. 2R minus 1 equals to 0. So the ones I've been outside the brackets, I put them in one bracket, 3R plus 1. Then I have 2R minus 1 equals to 0. So here becomes 3R plus 1 equals to 0. Or 2R minus 1 equals to 0. So 3r becomes 0 minus 1. 3r becomes minus 1 divided by 3 divided by 3. This cancels this. R is minus 1 over 3. Or 2r minus 1 equals 0. 2r becomes 0 plus 1. 2r becomes 1. Divided by 2 divided by 2. My r is 1 over 2. Now, we can't pick negative as the answer. Rather, we pick the positive as you want answer. So they said if the second term, so my common ratio is r. That is 1 over 2. Therefore, then they said if the second term is 8 and the common ratio is positive, which is this, find the first 6 terms. Now, if the second is 8 and my r is 1 over 2, that means I will find my what? My a by saying c second is equals to what? AR. Because it will be AR raised by 2 minus 1. This second is 8 equals to my R is 1 over 2 times A. Here becomes A times 2 equals to A. Then A becomes what? 16. So if A is 16, that means C1 is what? 16. C2 is what? 8. Which means I'm divided by what? By 2. C3 becomes what? 4. C4 becomes what? 2. T5 becomes 2 divided by 2, 1. And T6 becomes 1 over 2. So my first 6 terms are 16, 8, 4, 2, 1 and 1 over 2. Because if my A is 16 and my second term is 8, my R is 2, which means we are what? We are dividing. So the trend is we are dividing by what? By 2. That's my common ratio. So if I have 8 divided by 16, 1 over 2. 4 divided by 2, 8, 1 over 2. 2 divided by 4, 1 over 2. So that is question 3. Then we'll move to question 4. Find the sum of the first 3 terms of a GP whose third term is 27 and 6th term is 8. I'm looking for S3. But this question, before I can find S3, I must get my A and R first. They said third term is 27. T third is 27, equation 1. And the system, T6 is 8, equation 2. Now, my formula is Tn equals to A and N minus 1. So T third is AR squared equals 27, equation 1. T second is AR5 equals to 8, equation 2. But it was subtracting by 1. So I'll say equation 2 divide equation 1. So A divided by A is 1. So I have R raised power 5 divided by R raised power 2 equals to 8 divided by 27. So here becomes R raised power 3. Because I have 5 R's here, I have 2. Which means that 2 R's will be removed from the 5 R and I have R raised power 3. Then equals to 8 over 27. So my R becomes cube root of 8 over 27. So my R, cube root of 8 is 2 and cube root of 27 is 3. So I'll say substitute R equals to 2 over 3 into equation 1. So that is AR squared equals 27. This is A times 2 over 3 R squared equals 27. So 2 squared, here is 4A over 9 equals what? 27. Abi? So my 4A equals 27 times 9. So I divide by 4, divide by 4. This cancels this. My A becomes 27 multiplied by 9. That is 243 divided by 4. Now I cannot calculate the sum of what? Of the third term. My R is 2 over 3. Now, since 2 over 3 is less than 1, my sum becomes A, 1 minus R raised power n over 1 minus what? R. So the sum of the third term, that is S3, equals to A is 243 over 4. I have 1 minus my R is 2 over 3 raised power 3. Because it says sum of the third term. So my n will be 3 divided by 1 minus 2 over 3. So my sum of the third term becomes 243 divided by 4. Then I have 1 minus 2 raised power 3, 8. 3 raised power 3, 27. Then I have 1 minus 2 over 3 is 1 over 3. So sum of the third term becomes 243 over 4. Now, 1 minus 8 over 7, that is 19 over 27. Because 27 minus 8 is 19 divided by 1 over 3. So here becomes sum of the third term becomes 243 over 4 times 19 over 27, then times 3 over 1. So from here, 3 here 1, 3 here 9. 9 here 1, 243 divided by 9. Here will give us 27. So my S3 becomes 27 times 19 divided by 4. That becomes 27 multiplied by 19. That is 513 divided by 4. In mixed fraction, it becomes 128 whole number 1 over 4. So that is number 4. Then we have 2 questions left. So these are the last 2 questions. These are the last 2 questions. And they are based on sum to infinity. So this number 5, like I said earlier, the formula of sum to infinity is A over 1 minus R. Now I said the sum to infinity, that means I have 4, 2, 1. Then it means that what is the sum to infinity? My A here is 4 and my R is T2 over T1. That is 2 divided by 4 and my R becomes 1 over 2. So since my R is 1 over 2, then my sum to infinity becomes 4 over 1 minus R. 1 minus R. So sum to infinity becomes 4 divided by R. Or 1 minus R is R. So sum to infinity becomes 4 divided by 1 over 2. Sum to infinity becomes 4 times 2 over 1. Then here becomes what? 8. Then the last question, sum to infinity is 80. Then they said, if the first term is 20, find the second term, T second. And when the second term is AR, which means from the sum to infinity, I need to find my R. So sum to infinity here is A over 1 minus R. So 80 equals to 20 over 1 minus R. So here, I can say 0 cancel 0. 2 here 1, 2 here 4. So which means that 4 brackets 1 minus R is equal to 1. So 4 minus 4R equals to 1, which means minus 4R becomes 1 minus 4. Minus 4R becomes minus 3. Minus cancel minus. Divide both sides by 4, divide by 4. So my R is 3 over 4. If R cross multiply, I will say I have the same answer. If you have the same thing at both sides, they can cut. Or if a number is common, I can divide both of them. They can also what? Divide. So that's why I did 20 here 1, 20 here 4. So my T second is 20 times 3 over 4. So T second is 4 here 1, 4 here 5. And my 5 times 3 is 15. So that is the end of today's class. So we are done with GP. We started with n term of GP. Then from there, unknown A and R leading to equation, then we do sum of GP. So that is the end of today's class. Make sure you view, like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. See you in the next video.